Well, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, and there you are. And today's bond is going to be about Ninth Lord in the 10th house. Today's orgy is going to be about Ninth Lord in the 10th house. That sounded disgusting, I know. Welcome to my channel. So, what is the 9th house? And obviously, as always, if you do not know where your 9th Lord is, where your 9th Lord is placed, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my book, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my options. So, 9th house. 9th house. Well, what is 9th house? 9th house represents law, spirituality, religion, foreign travel, following the law, father's teachings, teacher's teachings, like your guru's teachings. It represents feeling lucky, feeling fortunate in life. Okay? And 9th house also represents your post-grad education, like master's degree, PhD, doctorate, MBBS, CBBS, TBBS, TBS. All of these degrees can be seen from this. So, this is a very important house. Okay? Then what is the 10th house? Well, man. 10th house, first of all, is not about your career. 10th house does not show what you're going to do in life. 10th house shows what type of situation you're going to be facing at work, what you do. It's your colleagues. It's the type of situation you run into work. It's your ups and downs in your work and career. It is your reputation, your recognition in society. This is why it's a house of fame, because 10th house is always that white piece of the sky. Right when you look up outside, that's the 10th house. And there's always certain zodiac sign going through it every 2.5 hours. So everybody looks at you, right? This is why sun is the strongest in the 10th house, because sun is right there in noon, strong, bright, throwing heat at you. Okay, so that's something you need to know. A lot of people think that 10th house is their career, and if you rely on the 10th house to see what career you're going to have, you are going to be lost within 2 minutes, actually 2 seconds. But yeah, so what happens when 9th Lord goes into the 10th house? Well, 9th house going into 10th house shows that you could be working with people in a legal profession. Your work could involve being surrounded by law and legal people. It could be related to religion. Your dharma will affect your work. It may not be your work, but it'll affect your work. Perhaps your religious beliefs restricts you from working in the entertainment industry. Perhaps your religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs restricts you from opening a restaurant. Doesn't matter. Your religious beliefs and your beliefs and philosophy will impact your work. That's what it is. Okay? And the laws and regulations that you have learned throughout your life, you're going to bring that into your 10th house, your work life. That's what pretty much it means. It doesn't necessarily mean you might be a lawyer. You could be a lawyer, yes, if other planets are supporting. But like your reputation is known as somebody who follows the law. You see what I'm saying? So instead of like saying, oh, you might be working in a legal profession, it's more like you're the kind of person who will follow all the laws at work. You'll follow all the legal procedures at work. You're not those people who are going to take the chance in the world. You're not going to take some very drastic chance or risk. Risk taking is now restricted due to laws and regulation that you bring. It shows your gurus, your teachings of your father has influenced your work. Whoever is your guru, whether it is your estranged guru, your mother as your guru, your father as your guru, your brother as your guru, they have influenced what kind of an environment you're going to be working in and what kind of environment you're going to be accessing. Now, because 9th house represents travel is going to the 10th house, meaning you're going to be forced to travel for work. If 10th Lord, is the 9th house is a different situation, which we'll discuss. But ninth lord in the 10th house shows foreign work is coming to you. Foreign colleagues might be coming to you. You might be forced to go to foreign places to work that you may not want to work. Okay? So all of these things are represented by this. Shows that your vocation, whatever your career that you have chosen, will require you to attain a higher knowledge regarding it. So whether you're a doctor, engineer, lawyer, dentist, whoever you are, you need higher education, post-grad education. Even if you're an artist or designer, you will have to attain some higher knowledge at one point in your life in order to progress in your career. So let's say if you are a fashion designer. Now there's this new technology that has come that is changing fashion designing. Well, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to go learn that technology, grasp that technology and become an expert of it and apply it to your work. So these people always have to evolve their knowledge. And usually ninth lord in the 10th house shows that you will mostly learn in your work environment. These are the people who will go into the work and that's when they learn. They're more about going into the wolf pack instead of getting a training behind the scenes. They want to be in the jungle. They said, put me through it. Okay? So those are the things that can be seen with ninth lord in the 10th house. And obviously because it represents reputation and fame, shows your reputation and fame really relies on your religious knowledge, your spiritual knowledge, your religious beliefs. Oh, so I had to move out of there. Stupid kids came, which is totally annoying. God, that shows you how my life's going to be in 4 or 5 years with 3-4 kids. All right, so now let's just cover the planets that are controlling your 9th house are sitting in the 10th house. So let's say if Sun controls your 9th house and Sun goes into the 10th house. What this shows is that you're going to be, your image, your reputation in the world will be related to your father. Your reputation, your fame will be due to your father. Your father's image, your father's, values are what people are going to see you as. They're going to be like, oh my God, I know you're his son, aren't you? You're his daughter, aren't you? Because you have the same values as your father. Shows that your 9th house of law and 10th house, which represents government as well, shows that there will be work related to government. There could be interaction with the government. Your reputation could be linked to the government. Perhaps you have friends in government and you're known as this person who knows how to go and get things done in the government. Let's say Moon controls your 9th house, Moon goes into the 10th house, shows that your mind, your peace of mind really comes into play when you are out there spreading your religious, your spiritual, your dharmic beliefs into your work life, to your co-workers. You want to be surrounded by people who bring higher value to you. Your mind only feels balanced when it's out there dynamically expressing its values to the people. So these people can make good HR managers. They can make good political leaders even. They make good teachers out there whose mind, whose devotion is now into their work field. Shows that the mother is the one who instilled a lot of value in you. Mother was the one who really showed you how to express yourself out in the world. And at the same time, because 10th house represents the father and your relationship with the father, shows that father also took the role of the mother. Father was very emotionally attached to you. You had this emotional connection with the father. And so your higher beliefs, your higher value, you're still linked to father emotionally. Let's say if Mercury controls your 9th house, Mercury goes into the 10th house. Shows that your speech, your communication, your logical and analytical intelligence all goes into motivating your colleagues, motivating people at your work. You bring this high value belief system in your speech. You make this great manager. You make this great leader who is able to, through his communication, can elevate his team members, his co-workers, his societies, his community to a better level. And here Mercury, depending upon what sign it may be ruling, it can emotionally connect to other people. Emotionally connecting to other people is very important in politics, very important being a CEO, CFO of a company. When you emotionally connect to your coworkers, to society at large, to the world out there, that's where you can win. So these people have a very professional communication where you may see their values, their higher belief system, their fathers instilled values when they talk to you, when they do business with you, when they interact with you. Venus ruling the 9th house going to 10th house shows somebody who has immense love for traveling, and they want to be surrounded by people and co-workers who travel a lot. They want to use the ability to use culture and art and creativity in their work, and they want to be able to do that to a much higher value, to a much higher spiritual value. Shows that one's wife will bring high values into the marriage, and she will also bring high professional values, meaning that you may meet your wife at work while you're traveling, because Venus is now ruling the 9th house. So while you're at some conference for work, you meet your wife there, or you meet your wife simply at work and you travel together for work, and that's how you met and that's how you got married. But here, because Venus also represents your ability to form relationships, shows that you love forming professional relationships. Your ability to form relationships always comes forth when you're creating professional networks, professional relationships with people out there. Let's say if Mars controls your 9th house, goes into the 10th house, shows one will definitely can be this fighting mentality into their work. They bring strict high belief system. They bring a very general type, dharmic values into what they do at work. Perhaps they're fighters, policemen, soldiers, and they're lawyers, because Mars is a karka of lawyer. 9th house is law. Lawyer can be seen from this. Your higher studies can be going to your professional field, meaning engineering. You can be going into engineering, medicine, any kind of thing where you're using your intelligence towards technical things, or using sharp objects. These people make really good motivational coaches, like Tony Robbins or Wayne Dyer. You're out there just, your job is to motivate people, light fire under people. So great, risk-taking personalities can be seen from this. This is that one planet where in this situation, through its higher values, is able to have strong determination and willpower to take risks. Jupiter as the 9th lord goes into the 10th house, shows that your higher beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs are not very logical. Your belief system will go into government, will go towards working for the government, working in a place where there's a lot of strict laws and rules required. And now what could happen is, if Jupiter is around 12 to 16 degrees, you will clash with those things. Because Jupiter is the karaka of the 9th house. In 10th house, it might be debilitated. So here, Jupiter can show that your higher belief system are clashing with the belief system of your professional work life, your co-workers. This can show a person who might become a guru, who might scam people in their profession. Perhaps you have a professional coach regarding your career, and yet they're really not coached. They're just trying to evade you. If Jupiter is in a certain degree, not everybody with Jupiter in Capricorn will do that. Jupiter in Capricorn with the 9th lord can actually bring somebody who's a great lawyer, somebody who is great at analyzing government economies, and looking at finances of all the worldly governments. So pretty much an economist can be seen from this position. Let's say if 9th lord Saturn goes into the 10th house, shows you're bringing strict rules into your work. You cannot live without strict routine, rules, and regulations at work. You need a work environment that is very strict, that is on time, lets you go on time. You're following this routine every day at work, and yet you may bring very strict religious and spiritual environment into your work. You'll be one of those people who are like Mars. Saturn is kind of similar. Like, I'm not going to work unless I have this work placement. I'm not going to work unless I have this situation. But this situation can really bring about somebody who might be in a very routine, repetitive jobs like a government administrative, or your work will involve some sort of administrative work in a work environment, whether you're a dentist or a lawyer or an engineer. You'll be dealing with a lot of detailing and paperworks. Here, Saturn can show that one will become a very strict teacher in a profession of teaching. Let's say if you're a professor, you're a teacher with this kind of a placement, you will bring very much a law and strict compartmentalization of laws into your work life. And at the same time, you may gain higher knowledge of biomedical career. You may gain knowledge of manufacturing. You may gain higher knowledge of mechanical designing, engineering, or since Saturn also represents petroleum, you may go into engineering of chemicals, especially if it fits in the water sign. So, but mainly it's bringing a lot of strictness of the 9th house towards your work. And what this shows is that not too many people will be friends with you at work. They will be more like, man, this guy is just like all about strict routine. Forget it. He doesn't want to go out and drink. He just wants to clock out and go home. Okay? So guys, this is my 9th Lord in the 10th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know all the secrets of astrology, including a birth horoscope, for that, check out the links here and check out all my options there. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.